Hey everybody, I'm that one person. Welcome back to Spongebob Squarepants Battle for Bikini Bottom. I want to start off this video with the message to Sony. Fuck you. This is the wrong save file. Hang on a minute. I'll get back to that message in a minute. And we're back. That was a little bit awkward. Accidentally loaded one of my own old save files. As I was saying, before I realized that I'm a dumbass, I was telling Sony, fuck you, because I got a copyright claim on one of my videos, I believe the one titled Sands of Sorrow, and it was for this song, except it wasn't for this song, but this was the song that was playing. It was some other completely fucking different song that got copyright claimed. And like, I immediately, as soon as I found out about that, put in a dispute telling them that they're fucking wrong and that it's a completely different song. It's been like 3 weeks. They haven't even touched that shit. And I am really pissed off about it, to be honest with you, because that's not fucking fair. That's not fair at all. If you're gonna fucking copyright claim my video, or anybody's video, and it's not even the same song, you had fucking better be prepared to get rid of that shit when they call you out on it. And I am unreasonably mad. Yeah, is that, I said it right the first time. Unreasonably. Sorry, it sounded wrong. I am unreasonably pissed off about this because I have gotten so many copyright claims. I've been getting a lot of copyright claims recently, and I don't know why. And like, I've been able to get most of them gone, but it's still like, why the fuck is everyone just suddenly targeting my channel? Like, what? Why? Ugh. I apologize. That was just a quick rant I needed to get off my chest. But I would like to say this is not the first problem I have ever had with Sony. I'll get into that in a second.
Forest, an interesting area with many sights to see, for those that don't get hopelessly lost first.
But yeah, I have had my fair share of problems with Sony in the past. I think this is the first actual problem I've had. Also, by the way, mad respect to that guy, because he's like one of the only people in this game, besides the main characters, that actually try to fucking fight, like actually defend themselves, and that's kind of amazing that some random dude would do that. But that's besides the point. I put up with a lot of shit from Sony. You know what? Fuck it. I don't know if I said this before, but I'm gonna say it now. Sony customer service is fucking terrible. I'm just gonna fucking rant about Sony in this episode. And you know what? I don't even give a shit. I'm glad to get this off my chest and tell the entire world about how much Sony sucks. Because if they're gonna fuck with my video, I'm gonna fuck with them. So now I would like to tell you about the story of the time I stayed on customer service for my sister. So at the moment, at this point in time, the PS5 is still somewhat new, but it's mostly its initial wave of hype has worn off. It's still pretty new and it's still pretty expensive and all that. I'm not supposed to be up here yet. But yeah, it's still pretty new, still pretty popular, it's still pretty expensive, but the initial wave of hype has worn off. My sister managed to acquire a PS5 when it had not, which is honestly impressive considering how it was sold out everywhere. I don't even know where the fuck she got the money from that, considering at the time she was working at fucking Wiener Schnitzel. So, like, mad respect to you, Emily. That's my sister's name. But like, holy shit. But the thing about this is that apparently Sony did not make the PS5 very well. Hang on, this part is very hard and I have to focus a little bit. You have to hit all of these tikis with one bubble bowl. And it's very difficult. Perfect. Oh my god. I don't even know if you're supposed to do it from that angle. That's just the angle that I do it at. That's besides the point. Apparently, the PS5 was not built very well. Because within like a week or so after buying it, my sister had to get it replaced. So that's great. She was having problems with it. I don't remember if this was the first or second one. She went through like 5, and none of them were actually her fault for breaking them. There's a cutscene up ahead, so I'm just gonna trigger that real quick. That's why I kept ignoring Mrs. Puff.
Hi, Mrs. Puff. Driving class isn't out here today, is it?
No, Spongebob. Why do you say that? Do you think we'd have class out here just to hide from you? How silly. I'm just, gathering twigs for the winter. Yes, that's it.
Oh, can I help? I have a merit badge in twig gathering.
Actually, you can help with something else. These robots showed up and scared all the students, campers off into the forest. Before the ranger arrives, someone needs to go out and find them.
Alright, a little bit awkward
I'll
there.
help you find them, Mrs. Puff. I'm the sponge for the job.
Thanks, Spongebob. I'll make sure to give you a nice reward when you've found all of them.
Anyway, as I was saying, my sister went through like 5 PS5s, and it's not even like she broke it or anything. They were just faulty when she got them. So that's cool. But like, I believe this is like the second one, maybe, after she got the... Pretty much, she was having problems with one, but she had to go to work one day, and I was gonna be home all day. So she asked me to call in for her and, you know, go through the whole process. Which, I mean, the general process was fine, but I really want to talk about this. So after a while, I'm just like doing nothing, and I realized, well, Emily asked me to do that thing for her, so I'm gonna do it because I might as well, right? Got nothing else to do. Might as well help out. So while I'm doing this, I'm also making like frozen pizza in the oven. God, I hate those two-bullet enemies. That's what they're called. Anyway, yeah, so she asked me to do that, and I'm making a frozen pizza at the same time. And I started up thinking like I make the pizza, or I start the oven and start the call at the same time, and of course get put on hold because that's just how they do things. And I'm sitting there like, it should be fine. The pizza will probably not be done by the time they get back to me. So I'm just sitting there waiting for the oven to heat up and everything, while on the hold, and then the oven is heated up all the way, and they haven't gotten back to me. Okay, that's a little bit of a problem, because what if the pizza gets ready when they finally get back to me? It should be fine though. They're probably gonna get back to me before the pizza finishes. So I cook the pizza, put it in and everything, wait full time, still on hold the entire time. The entire time with Sony support, or PlayStation support. Not that move. So I'm still on hold the whole time. And then the pizza finishes, and I'm still on hold. So now I'm left in a problem, because what if they get back to me while I'm eating the pizza? That's gonna be fucking awkward to just have a mouthful of pizza while talking to Sony support. Luckily, I didn't have to worry about that, because I literally finished the entire pizza, the entire frozen pizza, which, don't worry about my eating habits. But yeah, I get through the whole pizza, still on hold. Still, this whole time. So I fucking clean up everything, remove every trace, clean up, make sure nothing's there, and then still on hold. A whole fucking hour, and I'm still on hold. And it's not even my console, for the record. I hold no ill will towards my sister for this. It's not her fault. But, like, fuck, dude. They didn't even get back to me in an hour? Like, that, like, one way or another, that's not gonna look good on them. Because on one end, it's either they just have really shit customer support, or they're literally doing the best they can, and there's so many fucking people calling in about problem for their PS5s that they literally can't get to everyone in a reasonable amount of time. So I'm sitting there for a fucking hour on customer support just for this shit. And you know what the worst part about all of this is? All of this was just to ask, hey, my sister was on support a few days ago and asked for a box, or was told she was gonna get sent a box to return it for repairs, and she didn't get that. Could you send that over here? Yeah. All of that for a fucking cardboard box. They just didn't fucking send it, and I had to go through that shit because they couldn't fucking get their box shipping straight. Like, are you fucking kidding me? What is that? Like, I'm sorry, I just realized I don't have my timer up. I was too focused on ranting about Sony. But, like, what the fuck? And this isn't even the end of the story of my sister's fucking PS5 problems. It gets worse. Because, like, 2 more PS5s later, 2 more PS5s. So we're clocked in at, like, 4 right now. 4 times she's had to get it replaced because because they just couldn't repair it. And my sister asked me for help again. And it's for another call. So immediately I'm dreading the situation. But this time she tells me that she just used my number, which I don't remember agreeing to that, but sure, whatever. And they were gonna call me this time, which I guess is fine, because I don't have to worry about waiting on fucking hold for an hour. But still. But that's besides the point. So anyway, I'm just expecting to do the same thing again, get another box. It doesn't exactly go how I would have thought. And things immediately start taking a turn. I don't really know how to describe this, and also I don't really remember what to do in this level. So excuse me bumbling around a little bit. But it's like, when I finally get the call, I'm expected to go into my sister's room and just know the problem, even though I didn't know the problem. So like, I remember. It was like she was having problems. She was trying to play PS4 games on it, and for some reason it was just crashing. The PS4 games were just crashing for some reason. So I had to like go into her room and like figure things out with that. And the thing is, I had to do this while on the call with the guy as he was trying to describe it, like trying to tell me what to do. Like, it was a whole complicated process, and what was even more complicated was that my sister was at work, but the thing is, to accurately get a hold of the situation, I had to balance fucking around with her PS5, talking to the guy on the phone, and texting my sister on the same phone, and I'm like dealing with all this shit at once and juggling everything, all while not actually knowing what the problem was. And like, I couldn't understand it, especially because when I tried to play a PS4 game on there, it looked fine. And then I realized that I had to actually load the save file first, which she did not tell me from the beginning. Oh great, and the waterfall sounds are back. But yeah, so I'm balancing like all these different things and trying to figure this shit out. That's not worth going out there for that. So I'm just dealing with all of this all at once. It was rough. And then another thing, I'm not sure if this was actually the problem, or if it was even one of the problems. Apparently, in the early days of the PS5, if you let your console go into sleep mode, that would brick the console. Using a feature that was intended to be used by the developers would brick the console. I mean, I don't know what the fuck is going on over there at Sony. But, like, it is a royal pain in the ass, apparently. Like, what the fuck, dude? What are you doing? I'm not sure I can rant very much more about Sony, but I am amazed that I got through half a fucking episode with this shit.
Hi, Mr. Krabs. What are you doing here?
Ahoy, Patrick! I'm trying to return 3 stone tikis to this pedestal so I can get to the kelp cave across that bridge. There could be customers in there. I saw 3 tikis scattered around this area, but the old brain couldn't figure out how to get them back up here.
Can I try?
Sure, why not? I need a good laugh. There's a golden spatula up there for you if you succeed.
Oh boy, Mr. Krabs. I'll see what I can do.
Alright. But yeah. Sony has got fucking problems, and they need to get that shit sorted. I guess I could rant some more. You know what? I probably do have some ways to rant. All of the fucking PS5 games nowadays, or all the PlayStation games in general, all are just fucking generic first-person shooters, and like, I can understand people liking first-person shooters. Hell, I've played a couple on my streams and stuff. But like, a lot of them are like, they seem very similar. And that seems like a problem, especially because I grew up with the PlayStation 2 era, and there was a lot of good shit back then. And like, I know that just sounds like me being biased, and it probably is, to be honest with you. And now I think about it, this is actually a PlayStation 2 era 3D platformer game that I used to play. Or no, I didn't used to play. But it came out during that era. This is the sort of game I used to play. And they just keep like, Sony keeps fucking abandoning all of those old franchises and shit, and it's like, why? You know that they're doing well, and you know that people want them. I mean, I guess now they're kind of bringing them back, but it's not actually Sony. I don't know, I'm getting off topic, and I'm not really figuring out a way to rant about this very well. You get the point. I got over the major points of my rant. Now I'm just trying to find ways to artificially extend it so that it can be the full episode. But I do want to say, if anyone remembers a game series called Sly Cooper for the PS2, that was the shit back then. And, man. And yes, I will probably play it on streams or videos or something. I just want to play it at some point. It's a good game. I want to show it to the world. Show it to Sony. Maybe their fucking dumbasses will actually do something about it and bring it back, because it's been fucking dead for years now. For seemingly no reason. Whatever. Don't worry about me. But yeah, I was so obsessed with that I haven't even had time to talk about how much I absolutely hate the kelp forest in this game. I never liked this section of the game. Oh, come on now.
As long as these pits are square and this sponge is Bob, I will not let Bikini Bottom down.
Cool reference. Anyway. I have so many things to talk about for this one stage, actually. So, I'm just gonna be very complainy today, and you know what? That's fine. This is good energy. It's got a lot of things for me to talk about. I mean, it's not exactly a positive energy, but it's good for videos and streams and things. But yeah, I never liked the kelp forest because it was just so complicated and confusing for no reason. I mean, like, I can kind of see why, because it was meant to be a confusing, endless mess in the show. That's cool, that's fine. Just attack me when you're not in your attack animation. Definitely fair. But like, I don't understand why they even went with this as an idea for a level. Like, I get the general idea of wanting a dark forest type stage, but also I'm pretty sure the kelp forest appeared in like, what, one episode when this game came out? Like, I can only think of one, because I think this episode, or this game came out sometime around season 1, 2, 3 era. I don't remember when, because I probably wasn't alive. I might have been alive. I probably was alive. The GameCube came out in 2001. I was also born sometime in 2001. So, I mean, I was probably around when this game came out. But I was probably too young to actually remember, like, anything. That's besides the point. My point is, I can only think of one episode from around that era of incredibly early Spongebob where the kelp forest was used, which was, I think the episode was titled Club Spongebob, where they get fucking flung into the kelp forest from a random tree that randomly appeared outside of SpongeBob's house for some reason. Don't question it, cartoon logic, who gives a shit? But like, yeah, it was just in that one episode, and for the most part, they were all in like the same singular spot the whole episode. And I don't know why they thought it was a good idea to make a whole level off of it, but sure, I guess. If they can do it well, then I'm fine with it. They didn't do it well. The stage is unnecessarily complicated and confusing, and it's very easy to get lost. And the music in this stage is definitely the worst song in the entire game. Or it would be if it wasn't for the fact that another section of this same stage has a song called, like, there's another section in the stage called Kelp Caves, and it's the exact same song but slowed down, and I don't understand why they thought it was a good idea to do that. Like, they could have made like an interesting and mystical cave song, but no, let's just use the worst song in the game and then play it slower. That's interesting, right? I'm complaining a bit too much. But like, the stage is ridiculously complicated and confusing. It's all very samey a lot of the time. So it's very easy to get lost, which I guess is partially the point here, but that's not a good point you're gonna want to have in your game. Like, just ever, in general. And on top of that, it's all incredibly unnecessarily precarious. Like, as you've noticed, I'm sure, by this point, a lot of the jumps and things in this stage are just very tight, pinpoint precision, and especially considering a lot of them have, like, enemies right at the end. So you need to be perfect and avoid the enemy attack at the same time, which is not exactly easy or all that fun. And it's ridiculous to think that this is the kind of difficulty that fucking kids games used to have. But like, it is how it is. I do kind of miss like the more difficult era of games, because a lot of games haven't. Like, here's the thing, games used to have a lot wider range of difficulty. Nowadays it feels like there's only 2 levels of difficulty. Incredibly easy and kind of boring, or just fucking balls to the wall impossible bullshit. Looking at you, Celeste. That's not true. Celeste was fun. I enjoyed that one. That one was really good. And it had a really good difficulty curve. Now, this is something that I need to rant about for this stage, real quick. I got all the way over here as Spongebob, and there was no indication that I had to be Patrick to do this. So that's fun. And I don't think there's actually a way for me to get back up here as Patrick, unless I go all the way back and then switch. Which is why I'm going to show you a little trick. Something that makes this stage a lot more fun, because you don't have to do most of it. As you know, you're supposed to get 3 stone tikis over here. Except you don't need to get 3 stone tikis over here. Here's the thing. Check this out. You only need 2. And you can get this second one incredibly easy by just going right there. And then bounce over here and just stack them on top of each other. And then you can reach. Congratulations, you got the golden spatula with half the effort. And the best part is, this thing over here... Oh, it doesn't do that in this version. Normally there's like a vine here that comes out once you put all 3 of the stone tikis on. And in the remake, if you get just the 2, then it comes up anyway. And back on the subject of the remake, I know I've been all over the place with the end of this episode. But I want to say another fuck you to the remake. I'm being very aggressive this episode. But if you do that trick without getting a specific golden spatula first, you will have to restart the entire game to 100% the game. That is obnoxious, to say the least. And I had to do that. Because here's the thing. I'll show it to you in a second when we get over there, past these incredibly obnoxious waterfalls. But here's the thing. Over here you have this button, which opens that cage. And then you're supposed to use this ice to get over there. If you use the 2 stone tiki trick to get up there, and I think possibly if you just do this stage normally and get up there, and just get that golden spatula before getting this one, in the remake, it just fucking disappears. It's just gone. Forever. There is no way to respawn it, there's no way to get it back. It's just gone. And because the game auto-saves after you grab a golden spatula, you are immediately locked into that shit. So, a stage that I already didn't like, because it was confusing, complicated, and just not very fun, gets a billion times worse, because it also made me replay the entirety of a game that I wasn't a fan of from the top. So thanks for that, Purple Ant Studios. Thanks for that. I'm still nervous about them releasing the new game, whatever it's called. Cosmic Shake or whatever.
Hello there, Barnacle Boy.
I'm skeptical of Cosmic Shake because of this, the remake of this.
I need Spongebob's help if you see him.
Okie dokie.
But that's besides the point. We're about to start the absolute worst part of the entire game. And by we're about to start, I mean we're about to start this next episode. Because, boy howdy, do I not have the fucking motivation to go through this in this episode. We're already at the end of our runtime for this, and I'm not gonna fucking make this an hour-long episode because of this shit. But I'm just gonna say that this next part is the whole reason why I say this entire level is overly complicated and confusing and obnoxious and precarious, and it's all of that is made a billion times worse in this level, and this is the stage with the fucking Kelp Caves theme, which is just the last song slowed down, and you can tell that I'm really frustrated about this because I don't have a face cam, and I'm doing all sorts of hand motions and shit, but you can still probably tell because my voice is probably like shaking whenever I shake my hands. It's a lot. and I don't want to get into this right now. So we're just going to end the episode. Leave a subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Maybe check out my Twitch channel where I stream if you also want to see live streams and talk to me and say things live. I have Patreon in the description if you want to give me money to support these streams, because I'm going through a lot for you. Like, with this whole fucking stage, I'm gonna be going through a lot for you guys. It's not required. There's no reason. If you don't want to donate to me, that's fine. Don't worry about it. But if you want to help me do these streams more, videos, and things more, go check that out. Twitch, YouTube, Patreon. All 3 of those, you can suggest me games. I'll take a look at them. There's a high chance that I'll play them. Not all of them. I'll probably try to get around to most of them. I still remember every request, and I still have a list of requests that I will end up doing, and I will be more inclined to look at requests as opposed to just random whatever games like this. Not that this game isn't good, but like, you know, requests, those are important. Check them out. Feedback, that's important. Leave me a like, leave me a comment. Not only do those help me get my channel out there, but they also help me know what you guys want to see from me in the future. And I want to work with you guys to make my channel as good as possible for you guys. For both of us, really. So that way we can make a good experience off of this for everybody. And hang out and play games. And complain about stupid shit. Like how much Sony fucking sucks. That was me. Well, you know what? No, they put me through a lot of shit. They deserve it. But yeah. I think that's where I'm going to end this episode after that whole rant. Alright, one more thing. If you're watching my last stream of Left 4 Dead 2, don't worry about the fact that it just randomly cuts off near the end. The one with Daryl and Adam, where it just ends abruptly during the outro, my PC blue screened right then, which was incredibly awkward, because it just took me out of the Discord call, it ended the stream. It was really awkward, so that's fun. That's all. That's everything I have to say. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.